Went from the best border we've ever had in the history of our country, not 20 years, they like to say over a 22-year period. No, it's the best ever by far. Took 2.5 years to start the wall because we were sued by everybody, and then and largely by the Democrats in Congress, by the way. And now, by the way, they're doing a disinformation campaign. They're saying that the unsafe border is your fault. You believe this? Because they're getting killed with the border. So now they're saying, oh, we got a problem. So let's blame the sheriffs. Let's blame the governors. Let's blame everybody else but them. The fentanyl was almost a non-factor. And now I hear it's just pouring into our country. And it's the most dangerous of all, but just pouring into our country. And we stopped also human trafficking, mostly in women. The human trafficking was almost stopped. We built almost 500 miles of wall, despite 2.5 years of lawsuits, litigation, started by Congress, Nancy Pelosi and the Congress. They sued us for everything. And we won the suits, and we started. And within a few months, you would have had the wall totally complete. And they ought to paint it. They're supposed to paint the wall, and they aren't even doing that. They got to get a coat of paint on the wall. Believe it or not, it does rust. Maybe that's what they like. Let it rust, let it rot. But we built a wall that was not a wall that anybody could get through. We had very few breakthroughs, unbelievably few. The only breakthrough is let them walk around to the few open areas where you have, we had problems on land disputes, et cetera, et cetera. All of those problems were resolved. So we got them resolved. So you could have completed the wall in a couple of months, and they decided not to. We really have something to be really proud of what we did. And honestly, very simply, we have to do it again. You have to go back, stay in Mexico. That was very hard to get. That took us litigation, dealing with Mexico. I really think the president of Mexico is a great guy. Surprisingly, he wants to see this worked out. Exactly right. Because he has people pouring through his country by the millions, by the way. Not, I see 100,000 here, 100. For every person you catch, and these experts say 4 or 5 get through, but I think it's a much higher number than that. It's a big border. I think it's a much higher number. Now, the wall has stopped a lot of it, and you're going to finish up some of the wall, and maybe they're going to finish it up. They're under a lot of pressure to finish it up, so maybe they're going to finish it up. Tom is probably saying, I doubt it. I mean, the real question is, do they really want open borders, or are they incompetent? There's only 2 things. You're either incompetent, or for some reason you have a screw loose and you want to have open borders. Now, the problem with the open borders is that countries are opening up their jails, they're opening up their prisons, you guys see this, and they're letting all their prisoners out. You notice their prison populations are way down. They do it very slowly because they don't want people to know this, but I know it. And they're letting all of their murderers, rapists, drug dealers, and human traffickers out, and they're coming into the United States of America at a level like we've never seen. They weren't coming in with us, and now it's opened up. And don't kid yourself, they're coming in from the Middle East, and they're coming in, and they're bad. They're coming in from the Middle East. I'd say, well, where are those people from? Sir, they're from Yemen. Oh, really, Yemen, right? How's that all about? They would dump them off in South America, and they make the journey up because it was easier to get through that way, through the southern border, and that stopped with us. That stopped fast. And now we have an open, really dangerous border, more dangerous than it's ever been in the history of our country, and we better go back fast. And, I watch a couple of, even you people said that, well, we could start it immediately. Well, it's not going to go fast, because you have to go back now and start the whole thing up with Mexico and with the 3 countries. It's not going to go that quickly. They say, well, we should just immediately go back. It's not that easy. This was a lot of hard work and very good negotiation. We did great negotiation. And we did things like, we're going to charge you tariffs if you do this or if you do that. And all of a sudden they said, well, we'd love to have you have it your way. We won every point, every single point. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. So it's not that easy to go back, I will tell you. This is bad news for you, and you know it.
I know.
And a lot of people like to say to the media, well, we could immediately, I saw it today, we should immediately go back to the Trump policy. It's not that easy now.